There's a lot of anecdotal advice around on improving your marriage. But if you want something you can really use that will actually make a difference and reignite your marriage, check out the link in the description below.
The question, what is the best piece of marriage advice you were given? Answer by Binati Singh. I was not given any advice at all. My mother had suffered a debilitating stroke a few years before I got married and my father was absent at best. I made all the arrangements for my marriage myself and I didn't have a guiding light as such. Furthermore, any advice I heard other girls my age getting seemed logically lopsided. I heard a lot of things in the vein of, to have a successful marriage the girl must be patient, not domineering, flexible at sea. It was puzzling and frustrating at the same time because it seemed to me that both partners should strive for those traits, but it was the girls around me who were overwhelmingly being told that they need to be careful to not rock the boat. It seemed to me that, carefully negotiating peace should not be the single hallmark of a successful marriage. And I instinctively felt that disagreements, in and of themselves, are not a sign of a bad marriage. It took a lot of stumbling and retrying. But I have come to feel that a respectful advancement towards reciprocity is the best approach to a relationship. If I was to look back and offer my younger self advice, I would ask myself to offer and expect reciprocity. Each relationship is unique, and it's hard to categorize exactly what each couple should expect. Blanket advice like be respectful, don't lie or cheat, don't be emotionally and physically abusive, spend time and laugh together, etc. are all well and good. But negotiating the nuances of those terms is very personal and special to each couple. But reciprocity is universal and simple. Offer what you expect, and expect what you offer. It doesn't have to be a hard line, but it's a helpful guide. Want something? Would you be comfortable if the tables were turned and your partner asked for the same thing? Be honest with yourself and be fair. The only catch is, for it to work, both partners have to do it. Always aim for reciprocity. Answer by Priyanka Snell. I had this notion of never wanting to get into an arranged marriage. However, some advice I received changed that notion. The rest is history. I have an aunt who is super practical and very smart, and unlike the stereotypical gossip Indian aunties, she told me, marriage is a gamble even if it's a love marriage and even if you've known the guy for years. So being scared of arranged marriages makes no sense. Love marriages have as much of a chance of not working out as arranged marriages do. There's really no difference. One isn't better or worse than the other. Don't wait forever for the knight in shining armor. Supply is limited. My grandfather, you can't overthink this. Otherwise you'll never be able to take the plunge. You'll be waiting forever for the perfect guy and then it'll be too late. The idea is to find someone with whom you can make it work and then make an effort to make it as great a marriage as you can. Father, people get excessively hung up on chemistry. Don't do that. So long as the basics are right, you can work it out. Look for fundamentally good human beings, an attitude of taking responsibility, and avoid regressive thinkers. You have these three things, you can work out the chemistry. My boss in those days, old wise gentleman, whatever you do, don't do it half-heartedly. Too many people get into arranged marriages half-heartedly. That isn't likely to work out. Do it. Or don't do it. There's no in-betweens. Answer by Stephen Doherty. A couple in our parish celebrated their 70th wedding anniversary. Our priest asked them what their secret was. No secret, the wife said with a smile. Divorce was never an option. Then without skipping a beat and with a straight face she said, but murder was. She is clearly being facetious. Her point is that when they said their marriage vows they promised to stay married until death do us part. And they meant it. The only way their marriage would end would be when one of them died. And some days get husband made who want to speed his death up a little sooner. Facetious. Marriage isn't always that simple or safe for a number of reasons, abusive spouses, etc. But for a healthy marriage, her point made me realize that when things get tough, don't let divorce be your first thought for escaping your marriage. If it's safe for you both and your family, try hardest to work through it. P.S. And don't kill anyone.